Satellite is visible.
おはようございます。Morita Junior High School. I'm ready for the questions. Well, the behavior is the same as on Earth. It starts getting hotter and hotter until it reaches boiling point. And then the cool thing about the way it boils is that the heat goes in every direction in a sphere. So the water doesn't just go up like on Earth, but it goes in every direction. Over. The Earth is probably the most fascinating sight. It's definitely one of the most fascinating sights from up here. It's really amazingly beautiful, fragile. It looks like a jewel in the blackness of space, and it's very, very colorful and very, very fragile. Over. Actually, we try to prevent our body weight from changing because if we lose weight, it means that we're losing muscles, we're losing fat, but also we're losing bones, which are very hard to get back on Earth. So if we didn't do anything, we would probably lose about 25% of our body bone density, but we try to prevent that by exercising every day about 2.5 hours, and also by eating a very balanced diet. Over. Hello, Anna. I like all kinds of food, and my favorite food is the one that's ready to be eaten when I'm hungry. But there are all kinds of food we have. We have Russian food, American food, Italian food, and sometimes we also have Japanese food, and I just like them all. Over. Hello, yo. In space, everything is so different. We enjoy playing with our food. We make it float and then we catch it mid-air. We love flying from one module to another, trying not to touch anything. We also love to just look outside from the windows and look at our beautiful planets and taking pictures. All those things are really fun. And another very fun thing is talking to people like you. Over. Hello, Heidi. Well, we have a pharmacy on board, so we can take medicines to calm down the tooth. But we also have enough instruments that if it was really bad, we could pull it out and touch it. And also, when we have a doctor, they can take care of that. So right now, we have a doctor on board, so he could take care of that. And if things really got really, really, really bad, and you had to come back down on Earth, you could also do that. Over. Hello, Jim. That is the first time I ever heard that question. Congratulations. I don't know, because usually when we sneeze, we put our hand in front of our mouth so that it doesn't fly too far. Over. Hello, Yura. No, we have not, because we try to prevent that on the ground by going into quarantine before we come to the space station, so that we don't bring any bacteria or viruses. Over. Hello, Minami. Probably the first thing I will do is to call my family to let them know that I'm safe and well, and then I would like to take a shower. Over, because it's been a long time since I've taken one. Sorry. Over. Hello, Howie. I had many dreams. I liked writing, so I wanted to be a journalist or a writer, but I also wanted to be a pilot and an astronaut, and so I just followed that career, and then I was lucky enough to be able to also write. Over. Well, the Earth is really big. We see about 6,000 kilometers from horizon to horizon from the ISS at 400 kilometers. So we do see how big the Earth is. But at the same time, it looks small and fragile because we go around it in 90 minutes. Over. Hello. I cannot really tell you. I think sometimes it feels like we would like to have some gravity because it's hard to do things in microgravity, but at the same time that's the biggest joy. So I think one of the biggest inconveniences is that we depend on technology all the time, and things break and we have to fix them. So we just don't have a way to do things like on the Earth, where sometimes things are very easy, and here even the easiest thing has to be done with technology. Over. Hello, Yusuke. I would need a lot of time to tell you about all the experiments because we do about 300 experiments in one increment. But I can tell you that our experiments go from fluid physics to physiology to biology. We grew plants here in space. We had mice to see how they behave. We have done a lot of research on combustion. We have done a lot of research on different materials. We have observed Earth in the ultraviolet. We do really a lot of experiments in all that fields of science. Over. Hello, Noritaka. There are many things that make me excited. First of all, living in space is already exciting because every day you do something different. But obviously, the launch is very exciting, is very thrilling. Coming back to the Earth is also very exciting. It's beautiful and fun, like a roller coaster ride. Extra vehicle experiments are also very exciting. So it depends, I am a pilot, and so I really like operational things like driving the arms or doing EVAs, spacewalks. But everybody's a little bit different. Over. Hello, Hiro. We used just a normal VHF radio, a normal radio, almost similar to the one we are using right now. It's installed in the helmet, and when we talk, our voice goes to the backpack of the spacesuit, and from there it goes to the space station, and from the space station it gets relayed via satellites to the ground. So it's almost instantaneous. There is a little bit of delay, but it's really good, and nonetheless. Over. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. It's really a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you for your very cool questions. Over.